everybody, my name is Amanda and today I am back in Sweden and therefore I thought that I would do a sit down video instead of a vlog. And here. The topic of today's video is going to be all about the structure of English literature at Glasgow University. So if you're thinking about attending Glasgow Uni for English Lit, then this is definitely the video for you. I'm almost finished with my second year, so this video is going to be mainly about the first 2 years, which are called the non-honours years. And without making this too long-winded or too complicated, let's just jump into it. And the thing that should be addressed first is the comparison between an English university and a Scottish university, because we have 4 years. 4 years? We have 4 years of study to do, and there are 2 non-honours years and 2 honours years. So basically, to start from the beginning, is that the course, when you choose English Literature single honours, in the first 2 years you actually take 2 outside subjects as well besides your English Literature course. So for the first year, for instance, you take English Literature, then you take 2 other subjects, and for second year you then need to take on obviously English Lit because that is your actual degree, but you also need to take on 1 of your outside subjects at level 2, and then you can drop 1 and take another one for second year. So to make this a bit more concrete, for me, I took in first year English Literature 1A and 1B, I took Comparative Literature 1A and 1B, and I took English Language 1A and 1B. And then I dropped English Language for second year, so I still took English Literature 2A and 2B, Comparative Literature 2A and 2B, and then I also took Spanish Beginners 1. So now coming into my third year, that means that I get to drop both my comparative literature and my Spanish and focus only on English literature. So for the first 2 years, it doesn't really matter what grades you get because you only need to pass in order to get on to the next course. So for the first year, you only need a D, you need to scrape a bare pass. And if you do English literature single honours, you need an average B for your second year. So you can either get an A or a C, because I think as long as your grade don't fall below a C, you can average out a C with an A. So if I then go into more specific courses, for first year, English literature is divided into 1A, which is poetry, and 1B, which is novels. And you don't really have any specific poems that you work with, it's mostly you explore a different poet or a different style of poetry every week, and you have seminars once a week and I think 4 lectures that kind of cover different topics. For second year, you do about a novel a week, and it's mostly focused on the big classics such as Jane Eyre, Frankenstein, kind of take the novel tradition from the very beginning up until the end of the 20th century. And again, you always have 1 seminar a week and about 4 lectures a week as well. For second year is very similar. You have, I think, 3 lectures a week and 1 seminar. And the courses are labelled 2A, Writing and Ideology. And you cover ideologies such as Marxism, feminism, and a bit of that theory. And for 2B, it's labelled Writing and Text. And it focused quite heavily on the idea of the death of the author with Roland Barthes and all of that. And again, 3 lectures a week and 1 seminar. When it comes to assessment, for the first year, you first have a formative essay that you hand in for about 1,000 words to kind of get into the hang of it, get some feedback on your writing. And then about midway through the term, you have an essay which is, I think, 30% of your grade. There's also a 10% for seminar contribution, and then the exam covers 40% of your overall grade. It is similar for second year as well, only that the seminar contribution grade is divided into 2 sections. So 5 is seminar contribution, 5% is the presentation that you do on a selected topic, novel, whatever. So that is pretty much where I'm at the moment, and if you have any questions about the non-honours years, then feel free to leave them in the comment section below. I'm very happy to answer them. I'm trying to make this as comprehensive as possible, but there's always, I think I'm being clear and I'm usually not. So then, from what I've gathered from the honours years, since I haven't obviously experienced them just yet, I'll cover them super briefly. But in third year, a lot of people go abroad, and therefore the courses are quite general still, but you'll only take English literature, no outside subjects, and you take a few core courses, and then you have a limited choice of other courses surrounding that you can take, and I think you take 3 courses per semester. Then for fourth year, that's when the fun thing happens, because then an entire catalogue of fun courses is opened up, and you can take things from Shakespeare to children's literature to sci-fi to fantasy through feminism, James Joyce, Virginia Woolf. There's so much to choose from, and the only thing you have to make sure is that there's one course over the course of the 2 honours years that it covers pre-1800s literature. So besides from the 2 core courses in third year, I think that one pre-1800s course is the only thing that you really need to take, and then besides that, I think it's free choice. So I think that was actually my sort of comprehensive overview of English literature at Glasgow University, and hopefully I haven't really missed anything major. I feel like I covered it quite well, but again, questions in the comments, I'm happy to answer them all, and I hope you found this video helpful. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up, subscribe right there if you haven't done so already, and if you want to watch another video, it should be right there. And yeah, I shall see all of you guys in my next video. Bye.